Hi, I'm the executive producer of the website calbettergov.net. My friends and I have formed a political action group called Californians for Better Government. We designed a new environmental initiative to stop global warming and create a new forest conservation and resource management department within the state government of California. But the governor of California, Edmund Jerry Brown, would not allow it to be developed properly. We filed a class action civil rights lawsuit against Governor Brown and others in June of 2012, and by November of 2012 had begun procedures for the recall of the governor because he would not follow the law with respect for voting rights of California citizens concerning Article 2 of the California Constitution. Then, on Wednesday, December 11, 2013, between 2:30 p.m. and 5:30 p.m., while I was Christmas shopping and sending out legal mail, my apartment was broken into by secret police, who then deviously placed poisons in my existing foods and medicines that were open within my refrigerator and substituted other unopened bottles of medicine for my own. When I returned, I noticed immediately that someone had broken into my refrigerator and adulterated my refrigerated foods, including my supply of milk chocolate, while also carefully replacing my vitamins and medicines with poisoned vitamins and medicines. This has happened on several other occasions over the last 2 years, and my friends and I have developed this method of countering this act of terror. We get together and taste test questionable or suspicious foods. After preliminary taste testing using several adults as taste testers and witnesses, all taste testers agreed that these medicines, health foods, coffee, fruit juices, salt, chocolate milk mix, and other items within the refrigerator had been poisoned. And this is not the first time that my friends and I have caught these Nazi-like secret police breaking into my home when I'm not there in an attempt to get to my computer and to secretly poison me. I am telling you this because it is part of a mass conspiracy on the part of our government. Some of the corrupt politicians running our country began a secret campaign of genocide to eliminate people who knew too much about their illegal operations as leaders of our government. Then other people were included too, like convicts and people who were difficult to control, or people who were designated as enemies of the state. Still others were unfortunate, and our government began to eliminate them too because they did not want to have them around. This includes drug addicts, Native American people, and people of color. Women are particularly vulnerable, as well as young children, particularly in poverty-stricken neighborhoods. Tens of millions of Americans have been secretly murdered during this campaign of genocide. Many servicemen who have served heroically in our nation's armed forces for decades are retiring to find a cold, insensitive government that is relentlessly conducting this unethical genocide of its own citizens. It began during the Clinton administration and was an idea supported by Senator Feinstein as well as both George Bush and Dick Cheney. Thus, it should be known and considered valuable information that the United States government became unethical and corrupt as its members, an oligarchy of 40,000 or more government employees, began lining their pockets, collecting and amassing fortunes as a direct result of looting government funding and equipment, in addition to taking bribes and other types of official misconduct. To date, 10 to 14 million people have probably died of this deliberate genocide, and the dirty work is usually done by our county sheriffs and health officials, while state and federal officials cooperate. This conspiracy to commit genocide is responsible for the surgical injuries it has caused, as well as death from a variety of causes. And these dirty sheriffs and crooked county health officials are taking away women's babies and murdering them within a few years as well. Thus, millions of women have also been horribly mutilated by our county health officials. Native American women and women of color are their primary victims, along with women using illegal drugs. For this reason, my group and I are calling for the impeachment of Dianne Feinstein and the recall of Governor Jerry Brown. We are also calling for the impeachment of President Barack Obama, Vice President Joe Biden, and U.S. Representative Nancy Pelosi, because these key government officers are responsible for this horrible genocide. We have formed the West Coast Tea Party. For more information, please check out our website at www.calbettergov.net. And you can join the National Tea Party in Washington, D.C. Please check out their website at www.teaparty.org. You can sign a petition to impeach President Barack Obama at their website because ultimately he could have ordered the legacy of genocide stopped, but he did not. Together, he, George Bush, Dick Cheney, Hillary Clinton, Nancy Pelosi, and Dianne Feinstein are all responsible. This atrocity must be stopped. Please help us bring justice to this cause. This message was brought to you by Jimmy Smith and Friends, who maintain a website at www.calbettergov.net. Thank you.